NCERT textbook exercise. Back question answer. Total 13 questions.
The kidneys in human beings are a part of the system for nutrition, respiration, excretion or transportation.
Answer C. Excretion.
The xylem in plants is responsible for transport of water, transport of food, transport of amino acid, transport of oxygen.
Answer A. Transport of water.
The autotrophic mode of nutrition requires carbon dioxide and water, chlorophyll, sunlight, all of the above.
Answer D. All of the above.
The breakdown of pyruvate to give carbon dioxide, water and energy takes place in cytoplasm, mitochondria, chloroplast, nucleus.
Answer B. Mitochondria.
How are fats digested in our bodies? Where does this process takes place?
Digestion of fat starts in stomach and completes in small intestine. Fats enters the small intestine as large globules which digestive enzyme cannot easily act upon. Therefore, bile juice is secreted by the liver, which contains bile salt, that breaks these large globules into smaller, thus increasing the surface area. This process is called emulsification of fat. Now lipase is secreted by the pancreas, which further break down the fat to give fatty acid and glycerol, which are much smaller in size and water soluble. These get absorbed by the wall of the small intestine easily and then get transported to other parts of the body through bloodstream.
What is the role of saliva in the digestion of food?
Saliva initiates the digestion of food in the mouth by moistening it for easy swallowing and uses the enzyme salivary amylase to break down complex carbohydrates, starch, into simpler sugars. It also contains antibacterial agents like lysozyme that protect teeth and gums from infections, while also keeping the mouth cavity clean.
What are necessary conditions of autotrophic nutrition and what are its byproducts?
There are 4 necessary conditions of the autotrophic nutrition: sunlight, water, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll. The process of autotrophic nutrition is called photosynthesis. The resulting byproduct is oxygen and water.
What are the differences between aerobic and anaerobic respiration? Name some organisms that uses anaerobic mode of respiration.
Aerobic respiration occurs in presence of oxygen inside the mitochondria. It produces more amount of energy, 686 kilocalorie. The end products are carbon dioxide and water. Example, most of the plants and animals. Anaerobic respiration occurs in absence of oxygen in cytoplasm. It produces less amount of energy, 56 kilocalorie. The end products are lactic acid or ethyl alcohol. Example, some bacteria, yeast and intestinal worms like Ascaris, tapeworm.
How are the alveoli designed to maximize the exchange of gases?
Alveoli maximize gases exchange through 4 primary structural adaptations. Large surface area, millions of balloon-like alveoli provide a massive combined surface area, approximately 80 meters square, to maximize contact between air and blood. Ultra-thin walls, alveolar walls are just 1 cell thick, creating a very short diffusion distance for gases. Rich blood supply, they are surrounded by an extensive network of blood capillaries, ensuring a constant and rapid supply of blood. Moist surface, a thin layer of moisture helps dissolve respiratory gases, facilitating easier diffusion across the membranes.
What would be consequences of a deficiency of hemoglobin in our bodies?
A deficiency of hemoglobin reduces the blood's oxygen carrying capacity, resulting in less oxygen reaching body tissues. This condition, known as anemia, causes fatigue, shortness of breath, dizziness, and pale skin. Cellular energy production is also hindered. The primary consequences and symptoms include fatigue and weakness. With reduced oxygen, cells lack the energy required for normal function, leading to constant exhaustion and muscle weakness. Shortness of breath, the body attempts to compensate for lower oxygen levels by increasing the breathing rate, which results in breathlessness, even during light activities. Headaches and dizziness, diminished oxygen delivery to the brain frequently causes lightheadedness, vertigo, and persistent headaches.
Describe double circulation in human beings. Why is it necessary?
Double circulation is a process where blood passes through the heart twice in one complete circuit of the body. It comprises 2 pathways, pulmonary circulation, heart to lungs and back to the heart, and systemic circulation, heart to the rest of the body and back. The 2 pathways pulmonary circulation, deoxygenated blood is pumped from the right ventricle to the lungs. In the lungs, carbon dioxide is released and fresh oxygen is absorbed. Deoxygenated blood is pumped from the right ventricle to the lungs. In the lungs, carbon dioxide is released and fresh oxygen is absorbed. The oxygen-rich blood then returns to the left atrium of the heart. Systemic circulation: oxygenated blood is pumped from the left ventricle through the aorta to the rest of the body's tissues and organs. After delivering oxygen, the deoxygenated blood collects waste and returns to the right atrium of the heart. Double circulation is necessary due to following reason. Prevents blood mixing. It ensures that oxygen-rich blood and carbon dioxide-rich blood are strictly separated. High energy demands: humans are warm-blooded, endothermic, and require massive amounts of energy to maintain a constant body temperature and support active lifestyles. The separation allows for a highly efficient oxygen supply to meet these intense metabolic needs. Maintains blood pressure. Systemic circulation requires a high pressure to pump blood to all parts of the body, while pulmonary circulation operates at a lower pressure so delicate lung tissues are not damaged. Double circulation accommodates these differing pressure requirements optimally.
What are the differences between the transport of materials in xylem and phloem?
Xylem tissue helps in transport of water and dissolved minerals. Water is transported upwards from the roots to all parts of the plants. Transport in xylem occurs with the help of simple physical forces which is called transpiration pull. Phloem tissue helps in transport of food. It is transported in both upward and downward direction. Transport of food in the phloem is active transport, which means it requires energy in the form of ATP.
Compare the functions of alveoli in the lungs and nephrons in the kidneys.
Alveoli plural, alveolus singular, is the structural and functional unit of lungs. It is tiny, balloon-like structure having thin walled and has a large surface area and is richly supplied with blood capillaries. Alveoli purifies deoxygenated blood by exchanging respiratory gases. It removes carbon dioxide from the blood. Nephrons are the structural and functional unit of kidneys. It is complex, long, tubular structure having thin walled and richly supplied with blood vessels. Nephrons purify blood by filtering out liquid metabolic wastes to form urine. It removes nitrogenous wastes from the blood.